Oh! So much yikes. 70% of Texas without power. Will Akira the Dawn stream? The answer is this. Oh! What up? Yes, we will. Yes, we am. Yes, we are here. Yes, we are here. We made it, mama. We made it. God bless.
Happiness is fleeting.
Yeah, it is.
And suffering requires a sustaining
What up, no?
Happiness is fleeting. And suffering requires a sustaining meaning.
Oh.
Welcome, brothers and sisters. Oh, shoot. Yo, we here. It's incredible that we're here. It's incredible that we're here. You know, even famous Texan podcasting godfather Adam Curry is currently entirely without power. And we were too today, baby. We were too. We were without power for much of the day. But the gods smiled upon us. The gods said, hey, Akira the Dawn, you can do your morning show. And it seems you can do your evening show. Touch. I got no wood to touch, but I'm gonna touch this. You know, maybe it'll go, but we're here right now, you know? We're here right now. We're here right now. Broadcasting live across space and time. Shouts out to everybody locked in. We are broadcasting live on YouTube. We're broadcasting live on Twitch. We're broadcasting live on ThinkSpot. I do believe. What's up, everyone locked in? How you doing? What up, Triode? What up, YouTube Hero Alex? What up, D-Man? What up, Robert Easley? What up, Mud Flooded in the VIP room? Woo! Mama, we made it! You know, I was really trying to work it out. I was like, how are we gonna do this? We're nearly a year into this. I ain't messing up my streak. I ain't messing up my streak for no ice gods. Whatever it is. I ain't doing that. You know, so we're like, we got a generator, you know, we got a generator from when we was on the road. So we got the generator. It took a while to get the generator working, you know, we got the generator working. Kind of, I mean, it was working, it was making a noise, it said it was working. Turns out though, we couldn't have it in the house because you die, right? It's one of those generators that if it's in the house, it'll kill you. There's probably a better generator out there. You are breathtaking, Patrick Smith. But anyway, you know, it's a generator. We had it outside though, it was cooking. Woo. So we had all our technology and we put it in a box, you know, thought we'd keep it safe from the elements in a box. Turns out though, if things are minus freezing, technology minus freezing just doesn't like it and the battery drains immediately. So none of the devices we put outside actually charged. So yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I'll DJ outside. No, I can't DJ outside, it's minus freezing. Laptops don't work. I was like, shit, what are we gonna do? I mean, we were gonna stream regardless, you know, I had it worked out. I was like, if there was no power and no ability to DJ or anything, I would do an Ask Akira on the phone. You know, I'd still do it. Whatever happens, baby, whatever happens, we gonna be here. You better believe it. We made a solemn promise back in March of 2020. We said we will be here as long as you need us. Even if that means having to move state, even if that means all manner of weird stuff, we gonna be here and we are here. So shouts out to everyone locked in live. It's a beautiful day to be alive here at the peak of beautiful days to be alive. Chris says got to run the extension cords through a window and plug inside. Yes. The problem with that though is you got to run it. You got to open the window and then all that, you know, all them White Walkers get in. Yo, it's crazy around here. The air is glistening with ice particles. You know, just crazy, man. Epic day. I mean, I gotta say, I was almost a bit disappointed when the electric came back on. I was kind of enjoying the adventure, you know? The no electric adventure. But I'm also very grateful for the electric, you know? It's nice. Electricity is very cool, you know? There's a lot you can do with it. As we're about to find out. Triode says, do the show from your car is trendy. I don't got a car. How'd you like them apples? I haven't even got an e-scooter anymore. You know, I live out in the middle of nowhere in Texas without a vehicle. I'm a genius. But I was prepped. We preppers over here. We were so prepped. Like, we got food for a while, you know, we got food for a long time. You know, we got a generator. We got petrol. We got petrol at the wazoo. We got water, you know, we got big old bottles of water. You know, we're ready for an apocalypse, baby. And I gotta say, Dripping Springs, Texas, baby, like the locals, everyone's so nice. Everyone's all like, there's like local message boards and shit for local people, and everyone's set up all these networks, and they're like, oh, we've got this and we've got that. Who's got this? Who needs that? Who needs that? Who needs that? Who needs that? We're cool. Like, shit's groovy over here. People, it's a very nice thing to see, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see. You know, we buy eggs off our neighbors who live across the road. They got mad chickens, you know, they got a ton of chickens. They got a ton of chickens, baby. And they make real nice eggs, you know. So that's the vibes, baby, that's the vibes. The people just be like, how about you, though? How about you? How are you guys doing? How are you guys also doing? Mel Paradise says, sending surviving the snow vibes from Portland, where everything is also ice, but we're also fed. Wonderful. That's great news. Broken Umbrella says wholesome. Yo, it's so wholesome. Yo, the locals were having like a sledding competition today. I did not go to the sledding competition though. I was doing this stuff, but I'm happy it exists, you know. Jules Vaughan says staying frosty. Robert Easy says fresh farm eggs are the best. Yeah. This ain't even in a farm, you know. They just got a crib. They just got chickens in the yard, you know. Mike Better says we've been having snow every other day for going on 2 weeks. We got this crazy snow. I ain't never seen snow like this. 1, right? I ain't never seen frozen trees. We got the whole trees are all frozen, right? I ain't never seen that. 2, this snow, it was like 2 feet of it or something this morning out there. It was like a lot of it, you know. Me and Hercules was just jumping in it, just throwing each other into it, you know. I made the illest snow angel I've ever made in my life. Oh, I was so proud of it. But anyway, it's weird snow. It's powder. Like, it's very hard to turn into a snowball. You try and pick it up and throw it, and it just like it evaporates, you know, like fake Spider-Man in that movie. You know, where he's like, oh, I don't feel so good. That's like the snow. It's just new shit, baby, new experiences. It's like I moved to Texas. I was expecting new experiences, but I wasn't expecting Narnia. I wasn't expecting Narnia. I wasn't expecting like blackouts. I wasn't expecting like crazy powdered snow, you know. And it's wonderful when you get things you don't expect, you know, because that's really a new experience, you know. If all you got was, you know, like rodeos and shit. Shout out to rodeos, obviously. I'm looking forward to that. There's so much of like the stuff that I thought would be Texas I've yet to have anything to do with. I've yet to see any of it. But then I'm seeing all this other shit, you know? Life is magical, baby. Life is magical. Oops. Whoa! That's the noise I make when the delay function isn't working. To cover up my sloppy mixing. Hey. Oh no. I made a mistake.
Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. That place where the meaning and the fact are conjoined. That's the proper place to lecture from. What you want to do as an academic is tell your students about something that you've encountered, that you've fallen in love with, and to communicate the love that you have for that. And not to say, well, you should read this book, but to say, well, here's this book, and here's what it can open up for you, and this is is how it does it. This is what you'll gain from it. There's something in it that's of unbelievable utility, and you have to believe that in order to communicate it. To communicate that commitment you have to beauty and to truth and to literature, it isn't enough to say what they are and to transmit them. It's to manifest yourself as a living part of that tradition and to show yourself thereby as a model for living out what that tradition represents, and to show that that's so much better than like a short-term pleasure-seeking nihilism. They're not even in the same conceptual universe. And people are far more open to that. They know already.
What?
People know, especially when they're hurt. They know that happiness is fleeting and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. They know happiness is fleeting and that suffering requires a sustaining meaning. King's Chapel, the people who started it didn't live to see its completion. They were driven by this nobility of transcendent vision, and they produced these enduring forms out of the bloody misery of history. We've erected all this spectacular infrastructure that we're so fortunate to be part of. None of that gratitude is taught, partly not taught because people have no sense of the absolute catastrophe of history. It's like nasty, brutish, and short. The simplest and most likely social circumstances, catastrophe punctuated by hell. And to see that not happening in a sustained manner constantly, and to see things improving around us, and to be reliable in that manner, and then not to be grateful for that, it's an unbelievable combination of ignorance, ingratitude, and willful blindness. And to not instill that sense in young people, for them to understand that they are standing on the bones of generations of people who suffered to make this possible, despite all their errors, and have brought this forward. Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. They know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustaining meaning. We could concentrate on building the future instead of criticizing the past. You start in the world, if you have some wisdom and some humility, by taking the potential that lies dormant in front of you and interacting with it in the logos-like manner, with truth and with love, and by transforming that potential into whatever you can create out of it that's good. It won't be small if you do that. You can transform your whole household by transforming your room. You can transform your whole neighborhood by transforming your house. Like, these things spread very, very rapidly, and that is right there in front of you. People think they're impoverished, that they don't have any opportunity, and the opportunity is hidden from them by their unwillingness to take the steps that are necessary to put what they could put in front of them in order, and to produce the beauty instead of the ugliness where they could do that. And I don't think there is anything more powerful than that. That works! Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. They know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustaining meaning. Yeah! Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. They know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustaining meaning. Yo! Whoa! 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 Oh! Aye! Whoa! Oh! Whoa! 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 Everyone who's lived knows that. And so to say, well, here's a balm for the suffering, and it's profound and deep, and here's what it's meant to me, and here's how you can incorporate it into your life. People are absolutely starving for that, or dying of thirst for that.
Oh, blimey. Yo, what a wonderful record that is. And how wonderful that I was able to get the video working just towards the end of that. If you're listening on the podcast, you didn't get to go, what is Akira the Don doing? What is he doing? What is he running around the place? He's disappeared. What is going on? Part of, the electric going out in the house and the freezing cold is just a bunch of stuff just stopped working properly, you know. Then you have to make it work again. That's just kind of how it goes. Billy Bragg once said the temptation to take these precious things apart to see how they work must be resisted because they don't fit together again. I don't know about that, but if you get a massive power surge and shit switches off and you switch it back on again, it isn't where it was before. It's not as poetic, but that's the truth. Hey. What's up, Becca H? Says 5 inches of snow so far here in northwest Louisiana. Low temperature forecast tonight is 4 Fahrenheit. Hubby is 60 years old. This is his first experience of single-digit temperatures. Good times. Wow! Says that's new experiences. Fool Killer's in the house. What's up? Jules Vaughan says, whoa. Rod Zor says, hey, good vibes, indeed. Maria Lisak says, I shall pray for your laptop and your power. Any other special requests? World peace. How about that, Maria Lisak, the powerful? If you aren't aware of the powers of Maria Lisak, well, you'll probably witness them one of these streams. One stream, she conjured up polka out of thin air. Last stream, she blew up my laptop. It's very amazing. Says, headed to church tonight for the Canon of St. Andrew of Crete service. First day of Lent for Eastern Christians on the Gregorian calendar. Blimey. You'll start at Lent early, huh? Gang! Epic. Epic. Get after it, Mel Paradise. Yo! Andrew Pullman says, I'm excited to see your interview with the good doctor. I believe we'll be getting that in a day or two. Woo! What's up, Nightbot? Says, this is Maz! Yeah! Chris Arlen says, oh snap, this background, we're on planet Mars tonight. Yo, it's chilly out here, baby, but we still cosmic, you know? That's the vibes, baby. It's glacial, but it remains cosmic. Here in the MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone by Joe. Chris says, I lived in Texas for almost 20 years and it never snowed at my house. I move away for a while, then here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yo, I mean, I just moved here, you know, and people are like, this isn't what Texas is like, ever. It hasn't been anything close to this for 70 years. I'd be like, well, shit. What can I say? Bring in the vibes. Whoa!
This, you see, is not a pessimistic attitude, therefore, at all. To be able to realize that this world is simply a dream.
A dancing play of smoke. Fascinating, yes, but don't lean on it.
Aye.
Life is a bridge, says one of the Hindu sayings. Pass over it, but build no house upon it.
Aye.
And so immediately you see that. This is responsible for the
Yo, YouTube, you better smash that like, baby.
Hindu sages.
You lacking in the like department, YouTube.
Thing that often puzzles.
Get after it.
They expected anybody who's an ascetic or a sage or something to be rather miserable, with a glum face. But on the contrary, you take this character who's going around these days, Maharshi Mahesh, he's always laughing. Because he sees through it. He looks on every side, and there is the face of the beloved, of the divinity, in everybody, in every direction, in everything, playing at being you. Playing at being you. And you can look down into a person's eyes, way in, and you see the self, the eternal divine. And what is so funny, when it puts on an expression, saying, what, me? And the guru, the teacher. When people go to a guru, they get all sorts of funny ideas. They think, oh, he's looking right through me. He sees me through and through, knows how awful I am, reads my most secret thoughts. Because he has a funny look in his face. He isn't even interested in your secret thoughts. He's looking straight at the Godhead in you, with a funny expression on his face that is saying, why are you trying to kid me? Come off it, Shiva, I know who you are.
And therefore, you see, his role is to gently humor you into waking up as to your true nature.
Yo, we old school right now. I just realized, sir, I was like, I love that record. I just realized I'm wearing 2 pairs of trousers at the same time.
Akira.
You know?
He's got clout.
I'm wearing 2 pairs of trousers. I'm wearing 2 hoodies. Yeah, I'm wearing 2 hoodies.
Akira. He's got clout.
And a t-shirt. I'm wearing 2 hoodies and a t-shirt, 2 pairs of pants. All MEANINGWAVE, by the way. All MEANINGWAVE. 2 pairs of socks. 1 pair of trainers. If I could wear 2 pairs of trainers, I would, baby. I promise you.
Clout.
This amused me, you know, because I was listening to Slick Rick last week. And Slick Rick, he got this line at the beginning of the children's story. You know the one? He goes, once upon a time not long ago when people wore pajamas and lived life slow.
He's got
And that shit tickled me, you know? I was tickled. I was like, that's that's one of those things I love about certain raps, you know? It's like, there's a lot packed into that. It's like, yeah, people like used to wear pajamas and now they don't. And do you know why? Because like our lives are so much more luxurious now. Everyone's got mad good heating and shit, you know? So it's like you don't need to be wearing pajamas. People just be like lying around naked and shit, you know? People don't even be having like quilts and stuff, you know? People just lying there. Maybe they got like a little silky little sheet just to feel like there's something on them. You know, but for the most people be lying around all naked and shit. Cause that's how good shit is, you know, and all that's baked into that little. But also, it doesn't just say that though. It goes when people wore pajamas and lived life slow. So it's like, the indication there is there's been a sacrifice of some kind. You know, in return of being able to lie around with our junk flailing around the place at night, you know, all luxurious and shit. Also, we've had to sacrifice something. That slower living, you know, a bit of that slower living was sacrificed, thus that we may not have to bother with pajamas. Anyway, but then a week later, here am I wearing, you know, like 18 items of clothing. All MEANINGWAVE, by the way. Go to meaningwave.com and get it. It's very, very cozy. This is a fleece-lined hoodie, you know. It's amazing. Anyway, shouts out to Slick Rick.
Akira.
Whoa! Stay cozy, baby.
He's got clout.
Really, deep down,
We are
each one of us,
everything that there is.
doing it this way,
Then again that way.
then again another way, doing it this way,
Then again that way. Then again another way. What up, Twitch?
Deep down,
Woo!
we are
What's up, Palpatine Ninja? What up, Dodeca Man? What up, T-Bag?
This way.
What up, Sheila?
Way.
Hey, yo, make some noise for yourself.
and that's what it keeps up doing forever and ever.
Whoa!
Only, it has holidays, which are called deaths. You know, in the story of the creation of the world in the Bible, God works for 7 days and rests the 7th. It's necessary to have a holiday. Holiday is holy day. The point is that a holiday A famous Irishman is supposed to have described a net as a lot of holes tied together with string. So the holes are very, very important. These are the holy days. You see the holes. This all goes together. Really, deep down,
We are
each one of us, everything that there is, doing it this way, then again that way, then again another way. Doing it this way, then again that way, then again another way. Really, deep down, we are each one of us, everything that there is, doing it this way, and again that way, and again another way. And that's what it keeps up doing forever and ever.
forever and ever, baby.
So there must be that interval. And it exists on all kinds of levels. It isn't simply that there is, for example, a sound that is sounded is a vibration. And the sound goes on and off. Everything that we call sound is sound silence. There is no such thing as pure sound. You couldn't hear it. What you hear is that tap, 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 tap against the eardrum. But it happens very fast, so that you get more of an impression of sound than you do of silence. That between every little undulation of sound, there is also an interval. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. Really, deep down, we are, each one of us, everything that there is. Doing it this way, then again that way, then again another way. Doing it this way, then again that way, then again another way. Really,
We are
each one of us,
everything that there is.
doing it this way,
Then again that way, then again another way.
And that's
Doing
what
it this
keeps
way,
up
then
doing
again
forever
that
and
way,
ever.
then again another
When you
way.
listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody. When you listen to music, you hear a melody.
Whoa.
When you listen to music, you
Hear a melody.
But what you hear, actually, that makes the melody significant are the steps between the tones.
The gaps in the raps.
And a person who doesn't hear intervals is tone deaf. He only hears noises. He doesn't hear the steps. So that interval between whatever happens is as important as what happens. So we'll call these two things, the sound and the silence, the life and the death, somewhat analogous in weaving to the warp and the woof. Now, look at the marvelous way in which warp and woof go together. A piece of cloth is an extraordinary thing when you consider it's made of a line of string. There's something that always struck me as a child. Fabulous. That string, just thread, could turn into cloth. Why should it hang together? How improbable.
All and persistence, self-reliance, always cheerful, strength, perseverance, self-control, compassion, unwavering adherence to decisions once he'd reached them, indifference to superficial honors, listening to anyone who could contribute to the public good, his dogged determination to treat people as they deserve, a sense of when to push and when to back off, his altruism, not expecting his friends to keep him entertained at dinner or to travel with him, and anyone who had to stay behind to take care of something always found him the same when he returned. His searching questions and meetings, a kind of single-mindedness, almost never content with first impressions or breaking up the discussion prematurely. His constancy to friends, never getting fed up with them, or playing favorites, at his advanced planet, well in advance, and his discreet attention to even minor things, his restrictions on acclamations, and all attempts to flatter it, his constant devotion to the empire's needs, his stewardship of the treasury, willingness to take responsibility and blame. For both, his attitude to the gods, no superstitiousness, his attitude to men, no demagoguery, no currying favor, no pandering, always sober, always steady, never vulgar or a prey to fads. No currying favor, no pandering, always sober, always steady, never vulgar or a prey to fads. Hard work and persistence, self-reliance always, strength, perseverance, self-control. Hard work and persistence, self-reliance always cheerful, strength, perseverance, self-control. The way he handled the material comforts the fortune supplied him in such abundance, without arrogance and without apology. If they were there, he took advantage. If not, he didn't miss them. No one ever called him glib or shameless or pedantic. They saw him for what he was, a man tested by life, accomplished, unswayed by flattery, qualified to govern both himself and them. Both himself and them. His respect for people who practice philosophy, at least for those sincere about it, without denigrating the others or listening to them. His ability to feel at ease with people and to put them at their ease without being pushy. His willingness to take adequate care of himself, not a hypochondriac obsessed with his appearance, but not ignoring things either, with the result that he hardly ever needed medical attention or drugs or any sort of salve or ointment. This in particular, his willingness to put forward experts in RSU law, psychology, whatever, to support them energetically so that each could fulfill his potential. He respected tradition without need to constantly contract slave himself for safeguarded traditional values. Thrown in all directions, but sticking with the same old places and the same old things. The way he could have one of his migraines, then go back to what he was doing. Fresh at the top of his game, that he had so few secrets. Only say secrets, in fact, and not all that many of those. Actions within reasonable bounds. Gangs put in projects, cause he looked to what needed doing, and not the credit to be gained from doing it. No paving at strange hours, no self-indulgent building projects, no concern for food or the cut and color of his clothes, or having attractive slaves. He never exhibited rudeness, lost control of himself to a fighter. No one saw him sweat. Everything was to be approached logically and with due consideration, in a calm and orderly fashion, but decisively with no loose ends. You could have said of him that he knew how to enjoy and abstain from things that most find hard to abstain from, and all too easy to enjoy. Not to be strong enough, but to bear the one and be sober, and the other is the mark of a man with a perfect and invincible soul. But to be strong enough, both to bear the one and be sober, and the other is the mark of a man with a perfect and invincible soul. Hard work and persistence, self-reliance always, strength, perseverance, self-control. Hard work and persistence, MAC, make some noise. Shouts out to everyone locked in. What up, Cricks503? Appreciate the support. DJ No One. Appreciate the support, baby. KMA77, what's up? YouTube, make some noise. Smash that like. Twitch, make some noise. Do that Twitch thing. Thanks, bro. Make some noise. What's up? Whoa! Hard work and persistence, self-reliance, so hate, strength, perseverance, self-control. Aye. What's up, Andrew Pullman? Appreciate you, baby! Says thanks for a powerful set in a city without power. Yo, baby, this is the MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone. And you know what we got, baby. We. The power! Yeah, baby, we got the power. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo. Bessie Creed, what's up? What's up? Twitch Hype Train, what's up?
So it's difficult for us, because of that cultural heritage, to accept, to accommodate our common sense to the idea that the web might basically be playful.
Yeah, what's up, Twitch?
That be
Choo-choo, baby.
What he's saying. Won't you come and play with me? Child.
Oh shoot, look at that seption.
I have some
streamception.
Hesitation. I don't know whether I ought to play with you. You come from the wrong side of the track. I don't feel like playing today. I feel serious. I don't think play is important. We ought to do something real, like wash the dishes for mother.
Wash the dishes for mother, baby. DJ No One, what's up?
Has forgotten that
Newton Canoodle, what's up?
Dishes. Playful.
Hey. Arranging the patterns of life. It's playful. Arranging the patterns of life. Hey. Arranging the patterns of life. Whoa. Arranging the patterns of life. It's nice. All right.
You don't wash the dishes for a serious reason. You like the table to look nice, you know. You don't want to serve up the dishes for dinner with all the leavings of breakfast still lying on them. So why do you want the table to look nice?
Well,
again, it's for nice. You like the pattern of it that way. People get terribly compulsive about doing these things. And they think that going on arranging the patterns of life is something that's a duty. That means a debt, that you owe it to yourself or to your family or to someone or other. You're in debt. See, that's the trouble. When a child comes into the world, the parents play an awful game on it. Instead of being honest, they say, we've made such great sacrifices for you. Here we are, we've supported you, we've paid for your education, and you're an ungrateful little bastard. And the child feels terribly guilty because what we do is we build into every human being the idea that existence is guilt.
Whoa! Arranging the patterns of life. Hey, it's playful. Hey, hey. Arranging the patterns of life. Whoa! Arranging the patterns of life. Arranging the patterns of life.
The existentialists make a big thing of this.
What?
And you watch out for them, because they're hoaxers. And they say that guilt is ontological. If you're not feeling guilty, you're not human. That was because Papa and Mama said, look at all the trouble you've caused us. You shouldn't dare to exist. You have no rights, but maybe we'll give you some. out of the generosity of our hearts so that you'll be permanently indebted to us. And so everybody goes around with that sort of thing in their background unless they have different kinds of papas and mamas who didn't play that trick. And if they don't do it, somebody else does it. Auntie comes around and says, you don't realize what your father and mother have done for you. You think, you can just stay around here and goof off, but they've sweated blood to give you your clothes and food and so on, and you ought to be grateful for it. But that's not the way to make people grateful. They won't be grateful that way. They'll imitate gratefulness. They'll go and put on a big show and say, oh, thank you so much, I feel so indebted to you, and so on and so forth, and they'll make it look good. But isn't real. But isn't real. Because, actually, one's father and mother had a great deal of fun bringing you into being, or we hope they did. And they wanted to do that the worst way. They have no reason to complain about all these things and try and make the children feel guilty. Playful.
Arranging the patterns of life. It's playful. Arranging the patterns of life. Arranging the patterns of life. Arranging the patterns of life. Yo! What's up, baby? Shouts out to everybody locked in live. We're broadcasting live in Dripping Springs, Texas on this fine day. We're live on YouTube right now, we're live on Twitch right now, we're live on ThinkSpot right now. MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone, make some noise! MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone, make some noise! United in one chat. Stream on the screen right now. Together across space and time. Shouts out to the gang on Twitch, we got a hype train going on right now. KMA77 going hard! God bless! Vesty Creek going hard! Just gave out 5 tier 1 community subs like a G. Just gave Big Papa one, that's so nice. Newt Canoodle, what's up? Festy Creek, what's up? Yo, I love this song. One of the things that makes this song real special, is we made this song together on stream, didn't we? It's the one song, the one MEANINGWAVE song that I made on stream, almost a year ago. It was like the third Meaning stream. We sat down, we made this song, Maybe we'll do something like that again sometime, huh? Because this song came out real special. Whoa! Oh shoot, we level 3 on a hype train already, look at that. Yo, that was crazy. Make some noise for yourself! Yo, do you know what we've not yet done? DJ No One. One of my favorite DJs. Epic DJ at Twitch, DJ No One. Make sure you are following DJ No One if you ain't already. Broadcasting live from Guam, like every day. Pew pew. We have not yet done the international high five. So let's do the international high five. What's up, X Big Papa? Says, I'm so high right now, this is crazy. Yo. MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone, make some noise. Yes, you can say that, Big Papa. It's okay, you can be honest here. You can be honest here, Big Papa. International high five, baby. We're coming up on 1 year of streams. 1 year of daily streams. We're coming up on 1 year of streaming every single day. Without fail! Without fail, baby, we have not failed. Thus far, touch wood, touch wood. The storms have conspired and riots and all sorts of crazy shit has conspired to try and fuck up our stream. But no, our streak will not be murked with. Anyway, boom, boom! Hey, look at that. Level 3 complete. Level 3 complete. Let me see. Twitch is smart, right? They're like they set up for video game people. Whoa! Level 5 hype train, 256% complete. They set up their platform so it's kind of like a video game system, you know, you get rewards and shit. Purple Team Ninja gave out 20 tier 1 community sub gifts. That's a lot of sub gifts, that's beautiful. God bless you. Thank you all for your support. So what I was going to say was, yeah, we're coming up on a year. How do you all want to celebrate? How do you want to celebrate? How would you like to celebrate 1 year of streaming every single day? You know, we're broadcasting live right now on YouTube, Twitch, and things, but we started humbly on YouTube. I believe it was March 16th. YouTube Hero Alex would know the truth. We're coming up on a year. You know, so let me know how you all would like to celebrate. How would you like to celebrate a year of streams? Whoa! Man like DJ Little Fever, what's up, says subs are delicious. That's so true. That's so true. They are very delicious. Whoa! Alright. Yo!
They put in their own head. You gotta resist those goddamn things because they don't do you any good, and they certainly define the potential for your future in a negative way. It's not self-serving, and it's not even real.
Not even real!
But this idea that there's no way to get past the starting block today is just ludicrous. It's crazy, and it's just this poor thinking. And people that are trapped in bad situations, one of the problems is you feel like this is your future. You feel like you're fucked. You can't get out of that. There's no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no rainbow. And if you feel like that, that alone can be incredibly defining and limiting. If you look at yourself objectively and say, I kind of am fucked here. I'm in credit card debt. I'm working in a shitty job. I don't like what I'm doing, but I have some ideas. I need to feed those fucking ideas. I need to feed them and water them. I need to set aside a certain amount of time every day. To just try to make those things happen every day. To just try to make those things happen every day. To just try to make those things happen every day. You can do that. Do shit that's difficult every day. Every day. Do shit that's difficult every day. You can do that. Do shit that's difficult every day. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle. You look at someone who's doing really well, like very famous and successful. All you see is him now, flying around private jets, wearing a new pair of sneakers every day, driving around in Bentleys. You just see that. You don't see him being a young kid in Philadelphia going to open mic nights. There's a progression that you're not witness to. You don't see it. And that takes place in everything. It takes place in office, in comedians and musicians. There is a starting point, and with time and focus, and as long as you reevaluate and reassess and constantly, objectively look at what you're doing and then pursue it with passion and focus, you get better at things. There's always going to be people that are luckier than you. Some of it is luck, and some of it is putting your ass out there. Some of it is trying things. One of the things that I always like to tell people that I think you should do is do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle.
Whoa!
Do shit that's difficult every day. Every day. Do shit that's difficult every day. You can do that. Do shit that's difficult every day. Every day. Do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle.
Whoa! That's right, baby. That's right, Shecky Pavel. That's right, Newton Canoodle. That's right, Jules Vaughn. That's right, Logan Mars. Yo! You're also right.
Failure teaches you things you don't learn from success. I think failure gives you an opportunity for self-examination and also gives you a feeling that is very uncomfortable. And that very uncomfortable feeling helps you grow. And don't look at these failures as proof that you suck. Look at them as opportunities for growth. And don't look at these failures as proof that you suck. Look at them as opportunities to be motivated to do better. Do shit that's difficult every day, do shit that's difficult. Every day, you can do that. Do shit that's difficult. Every day, do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle. Do shit that's difficult. Every day, do shit that's difficult. Every day, you can do that. Do shit that's difficult. Every day, do shit that's difficult. It's very important to struggle.
Every day, baby. That's Akira the Don and Joe Rogan from the album Experience. Big shouts out to everyone who was on that level 5 hype train. Yo! Your community contributed a total of 27 sub gifts. I mean, how nice is that? Whoa! All right, so yeah, we had a question for International High Five right there. We had a question. My shit fixed? No. I just worked out why my interdimensional technology fucked up sometimes. It's if I hold my spoon, the camera adjusts itself or something. Changes color. I think that's what's going on. Anyway, I'll fix that in a minute. But yeah, we had our International High Five question. Our International High Five question revolved around the fact that we're coming up on a year. We're coming up on a year anniversary of streaming every single day. You know? 1 year of Tom Hanks and his filth and us, you know, standing firm and saying, not today, Tom Hanks, not today, you know? So let's see what people, I asked you, how would you like to celebrate, you know? How would you like to celebrate? And Dodecaman says, can we do a full day Akira the Don vlog? So how would that work? Would that be like the way Andy Milonakis was using Twitch when he was just walking around with like a camera, right? And just everywhere he went, he had the camera. Is that what it was? Yeah, I mean, but just like all day. I don't know exactly how that would work. YouTube Hero Alex says March 16th is when we started. Yeah, March 16th, that's coming up fast. DJ Little Fever says 1 hour of high fives. Exactly. 1 hour of high fives. DJ No One says, a mind once stretched never returns to its original dimension. Do that difficult shit. That's so real, DJ No One. That's so real. Clayton Hotse says the Don's favorites. Robert Easy says Lombard and a call-in show. Mikhail says, wow, since the pandemic, bro. That's real. Members time, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Celebrate with another day-long stream full of giveaways and call-in shows and so much room for activities. Hey, people like those, right? It's like a festival. It's almost like a festival, right? Like a festival of meaning. You know what would be cool? I was thinking about this, doing like, you know, actually maybe we won't talk about this just yet. Let's see what you got to say first. We'll see what you got to say first. Andrew Pullman, what's up? What's up, KMA77? What up, DJ No One? What up, Newton Canoodle? Says, lol, a 24-hour stream, question mark? Why is that funny to you? Why is that funny to you, Newton Canoodle? You want me to suffer? Savage Shell, bopping beats and repelling yeets. That's how we do it in these meaning streets. You know, I did a 24-hour stream before. You know, I did that. Like, I invented that shit, you know? I did that shit in like 2010 or something. I did it on Ustream. I did it before it was even Justin TV, which is what became Twitch. You know, I did it on Ustream. I made a whole mixtape in 24 hours with 24 tracks on it. You know, and I produced and recorded the whole thing. I had homies come around and record on it. Shirley Gonzalez came around, Big Nasty came around. It was ridiculous. I also consumed an entire coffee jar of marijuana, you know? And it's amazing what you can do when you don't have kids. What's up? The Logan Mars says, hope to get together for a MEANINGWAVE concert someday in the near future. Yeah, exactly. Andrew Pullman, what's up? Says, that was one of my favorites, playing Grateful to the Gods during a sunset. That's very dope. That is very dope. Purple Team Ninja, what's up? What's up? What's up? Jules Vaughn says, there's a progression you are not witness to. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Or whatever it is he said. YouTube Hero Alex, straight year of streaming every single day. I'll look back upon this arc in MEANINGWAVE history fondly as what I cut my teeth on. Yes, you did. Because it wasn't just Akira the Don that was here every day. It was also Shark Hero Alex. But we'll save that shit for the actual show. We'll show when we haven't done it yet anyway. Jamin Royale says, I didn't do anything difficult today. You got time. There's still time for you to do something difficult, all right? There's still time for you to do some shit what is difficult, okay? So don't you worry about that. Michael Barger says, let's go! Jules Vaughan says, day's not over. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, okay, cool. So we had a couple of ideas. Mikhail says, the Akira the Dawn show. K-May says, 7 says, a coin would be awesome. What, a coin? What, like a coin that celebrates a year of meaning streams? Is that a thing people do? Like a... Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that what the royal family did? Don't they always do that? Or was that plates? I feel like whenever I went to an old person's house when I was a child, they had some, like, crockery with, like, the queen on it or some shit, and it was always, like, some anniversary thing or something like that. Yo, we need plates. We need plates, by Jove. Yeah, all right, cool. Whoa! Tryout says, give Akira the Don a day off. He should get one a year. Thanks. Yo, DJ Little Fever says, epic raid train with your favorite DJs. Hey. Andrew Pullman says, write a song about YouTube hero Alex's Yeet Hammer. Hey. Jules Vaughan says, suffering requires sustained meaning. I love this community. I love it that you can just like read the chat and things like that are in it, you know? Because it's true. Logan Mars says, MEANINGWAVE logo has got a triangle in it, and then points out the Illuminati, the classic Eye of Horus. Coincidence? I think absolutely not. Akira the Don is in the Illuminati. What do you mean in the? Akira the Don is the Illuminati. You all are forgetting how old I am. You know what I mean? I was here before Playful. Who do you think you're dealing with? Logan Mars wants a meaning coin. You want like a crypto? Meaning crypto. We need that, don't we? We do. Anyway, all right, we got some good ideas up in here. You know what good ideas call for? International high fives. So therefore, 3, 2, 1, high five. And we're gonna hold this here for a long time, because we earned this one, baby. Come on! Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Get that good feeling. Get that good. Can he DJ with one hand?
Don't partner with cynics and pessimists whose beliefs are self-fulfilling.
Essentially,
Of course he can.
things, you have to be a rational optimist. Rational in the sense that you have to see the world for what it really is, and yet you have to be optimistic about your own capabilities and your capability to get things done. We all know people who are consistently pessimistic, who will shoot down everything. Everyone in their life has like the helpful, critical guy, right? He thinks he's being helpful, but he's actually being critical, and he's a downer on everything. That person will not only never do anything great in their lives, they'll prevent other people around them from doing something great. They think their job is to shoot holes in things. And it's okay to shoot holes in things as long as you come with a solution. There's also the classic like military line, either lead, follow, or get out of the way. These people want a fourth option, where they don't want to lead, they don't want to follow, but they don't want to get out of the way. They want to tell you why the thing's not going to work. And all the really successful people I know have a very strong action bias. They just figure out if something's viable or not is by doing it. So if you want to be successful in life, creating wealth or having good relationships or even being happy, you need to have an action bias towards getting what you want. And you have to be optimistic about it.
You got one life on this planet. Why not try and do something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try and build something big? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
This is the beauty of Elon Musk and why I think he inspires so many people. It's just that he takes on really, really big, audacious tasks, and he provides an example for people to think big. think big. And it takes a lot of work to build even small things. I don't think the corner grocery store owner is working any less hard than Elon Musk or pouring any less sweat and toil into it. Maybe even more. But for whatever reason, education, circumstance, they didn't get the chance to think as big, so the outcome's not as big. So it's just better to think big, obviously rationally within your means to stay optimistic. The cynics and the pessimists, what they're really saying, they're basically saying, I've given up. I don't think I can do anything. And so the world to me just looks like a world where nobody can do anything. And so why should you go do something? Because if you fail, then I'm right, which is great. But if you succeed, then you just make me look bad.
Whoa!
You got one life on this planet. Why not try to build something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try to build something big?
This is the beauty of Elon Musk.
I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right.
Give us a really rational frame on why you should be an optimist. Historically, if you go back 2,000 years, 5,000 years, 10,000 years, two people are wandering through the jungle, they hear a tiger, one's an optimist who says, oh, it's not headed our way. The other one says, I'm a pessimist, I'm out of here. And the pessimist runs and survives, and the optimist gets eaten. So we're descended from pessimists. We're genetically hardwired to be pessimists. But modern society is far, far safer. There are no tigers wandering down the street. It's very unlikely that you will end up in total ruin, although you should avoid total ruin. Much more likely, the upside is unlimited and the downside is limited. Adapting for modern society means overriding your pessimism and taking slightly irrationally optimistic bets because the upside is unlimited. If you start the next SpaceX or Tesla or Uber, you can make billions of dollars of value for society and for yourself and change the world. And if you fail, what's the big deal? You lost a few $1 billion of investor money and they've got plenty more, and that's the bet they take, the chances that you will succeed. It makes sense to be pessimistic in the past. It makes sense to be optimistic today, especially if you're educated and living in a first world country. The one thing you have to avoid is the risk of ruin. Ruin means stay out of jail, so don't do anything that's illegal. Stay out of total catastrophic loss. Stay out of things that can be physically dangerous, hurt your body. You have to watch your health, and stay out of things that can cause you to lose all of your capital, all of your savings. So don't gamble everything at one go. You take rationally optimistic bets with big upside.
One life on this planet. Why not try and build something big? Whoa! You got one life on this planet. Why not try and build something big? Whoa! You got one life on this planet. Why not try and build something big? You got one life on this planet. Why not try and build something big?
This is the beauty of Elon Musk.
I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right.
Yeah! MEANINGWAVE, Autonomous Zone, make some noise for yourself. Akira the Don and Naval. With a special guest appearance from Elon. Musk! Shouts out to everybody locked in live. Bless up DJ No One.
The upside is so great.
It's lunchtime in Guam, baby. Get after it. That's beautiful.
A hoodie and has like coffee at his shoes and just looks like a slob because you don't know if he's going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg or the next Reid Hoffman. So you got to treat everybody with respect. You got to look up to every possibility and opportunity because the upside is so unlimited and the downside is so limited in the modern world.
Woo! Yo, what's up, Logan Moss? Cabo! What, back? What's going on?
Well, the argument for the simulation, I think, is quite strong. Because if you assume any improvements at all over time, any improvement, 1%, 0.1%, just extend the time frame, make it 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. civilization, if you're very generous, civilization is maybe 7,000 or 8,000 years old. If you count it from the first writing, this is nothing. This is nothing. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will be indistinguishable from reality. Or civilization will end. One of those two things will occur. Anyway, I don't want to sound like things are too dark, because I think like you kind of have to be optimistic about the future. There's no point in being pessimistic. It's just too negative. It doesn't help. You know, I think you want to be... I mean, my theory is like you'd rather be optimistic. Akira. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. At least we're on that side. Because if you're pessimistic, you're just going to be miserable. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Ultimately, you know, even if we just sort of existed as humans forever, eventually that'd be like the heat death of the universe. A zillion years from now. Eventually it's going to end. It's just a question of when. So it really is all about the journey. The universe as we know it will dissipate into a fine mist of cold nothingness eventually. And I think it's really just about how can we make it last longer. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I think most likely, this is just about probability, there are many, many simulations. These simulations are, you might as well call them reality, or we could call them multiverse. And they're running on the substrate. That substrate is probably boring. When we create a simulation, like a game or a movie, it's a distillation of what's interesting about life. It takes a year to shoot an action movie. And then that's all distilled down into 2 or 3 hours. So let me tell you, if you see an action movie being filmed, it's boring. Super boring. It takes lots of takes. Everything's in a green screen. Looks pretty goofy. Doesn't look cool. But once you add the CGI, you can have great editing. It's amazing. So I think most likely, if we're a simulation, it's really boring outside the simulation. Because why would you make a simulation that's boring? It makes a simulation way more interesting than base reality. When you're in that virtual reality, which is only going to get better, where are you? Where are you really? You aren't anywhere. You're in the computer.
Why do you think you're where you are right now? You might not be.
Right now you think you're in a studio in LA.
Akira.
You might be in a computer. Yeah. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. 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 I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. I would know. I would know. No
No excuses. No excuses now. Whoa! Members Time says today is my 5-month YouTube sub anniversary. Great day, woo! So much love and vibes these 5 months. So grateful for this community and all it has helped me with. And Rosie too. Yeah! Happy 5-month anniversary, Members Time. We are glad you are here. Thank you for blessing us with the present of your presence. Look right now. Cheerio, Mikhail. What up, Logan Mars? What up, Spooky says, thanks for making my day beautiful. You are breathtaking. Yo! I'm really glad I played that song in full. I'm really glad I played both those songs in full. They complement each other wonderfully. And I really like Elon's hat right at the end. Ah, Elon. God bless. Suela Duena. There's Optimus Mystic. Optimus Mystic! It's like Optimus Prime's more interesting spoopy brother. Jules Vaughn says make it beautiful. Come on! What's up, Miss Superconductor? What's cracking with you? What up, Shecky Pavel? What up, Jules Vaughn? Shouts out to everyone locked in live across space, across time. Shouts out to everyone on Twitch. Make some noise, Twitch. Twitch, make some noise! Let me see you! Make some noise, TWITCH. Yeah, yeah, yeah. YouTube, make some noise. Let me see you! Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think Spot, make some noise. I can't see you yet. You're early in your technological development, but I know you're there and I appreciate you. Hey! Hey! Woo! Woo! From the sublime to the sublimer.
Did you mind what happens? Not. I don't care what happens. What I don't care is it's dismissive. It's a loving indifference, a benevolent indifference, as much as you used to say. It's not an indifference that is cold. Because awareness is not an aloof, separate witness of experience locked up in an ivory tower of indifference. It is intimately one with all experience, so its intimacy is its loving aspect. It doesn't know the meaning of the word resistance or rejection, so it is intimately one with, and at the same time free of all experience. So it is both loving and indifferent. So it is both loving and indifferent. So it is not a cold indifference. It's a loving indifference. Loving indifference. We're speaking about awareness. Loving indifference. There is a meaning to the words true and false, right and wrong. Loving indifference. We're speaking about awareness. Loving indifference. The qualities that are inherent in our convictions. We're speaking about awareness. If we talk about mind, that's a different matter. Because mind's experience is always divided into polarities. Good and bad, right and wrong, true and false. And at the the level of mind, those categories are valid. They don't pertain to consciousness. Consciousness doesn't know the difference between good and bad. There is no good and bad or right or wrong. But when consciousness assumes the form of mind, it divides itself into two, and at that level there are differences, there are distinctions, and there is a meaning to the words loving indifference. We're speaking about awareness. Loving indifference. There is a meaning to the words true and false, right and wrong. Loving indifference. We're speaking about awareness. Loving indifference. The qualities that are inherent in our true nature. So in terms of ethics, what is right and what is wrong? I would suggest what is right at the level of the mind is behavior that expresses the qualities that are inherent in our true nature. Another name for awareness is love. So behavior that is loving is an expression of the inherent quality of our true nature. The inherent quality of our true nature. Loving indifference. We're speaking about awareness. Loving indifference. There is a meaning to the words true and false, right and wrong. Loving indifference. We're speaking about awareness. Loving indifference. The qualities that are inherent in our true nature. Cruel or unkind, unjust, unloving behavior are behaviors that, whilst they come originally from awareness, there's nowhere else they could come from. They are filtered through the belief in separation. As they are filtered through separation, they are perverted, distorted. So hatred, for instance, is love distorted by the sense of separation. So hatred, for instance, is love or distorted by the sense of separation.
MEANINGWAVE, turn up his dome, make some noise. That's Akira, the dawn of Rupert, Spira. Loving Indifference from the MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 2 LP. MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 2 LP, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my most favoriteest records, by Jove. That's a wonderful record. I love that record very much. Yes, I do! Prince Paprika's XV says, tonight I locked myself out of my truck. Thank you to my mum. Dramatic pause. For being that clutch Valentine and bringing me spare keys. Yo! Big shout out to Prince Paprika's mum for saving the day. That's a beautiful thing. And shouts out to you. Appreciate the support. Prince Paprika's XV. God bless you. Hey, yo. He wants to hear an incredible, epic classic record, you know? An incredible, epic classic record. Hey, Akira the Dawn. Enjoy the movies.
Tell the truth. Or at least don't lie. Do not do things that you hate. so that you can tell the truth about how you act. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. If you have to choose, be the one who does things instead of the one who is seen to do things. Pay attention. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you need to know. Listen to them hard enough so that they will share it with you. Plan and work diligently to maintain the romance in your relationships. Be careful who you share good news with. Be careful who you share bad news with. Make at least one thing better every single place you go. Imagine who you could be, and then aim single-mindedly at that. Do not allow yourself to become arrogant or resentful. Try to make one room in your house as beautiful as possible. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. If old memories still make you cry, write them down carefully and completely. Maintain your connections with people. Do not carelessly denigrate social institutions or artistic achievement. Treat yourself as if you were someone that you are responsible for helping. Ask someone to do you a small favor so that he or she can ask you to do one in the future. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Do not try to rescue someone who does not want to be rescued. And be very careful about rescuing someone who does. Nothing well done is insignificant. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. Dress like the person you want to be. Be precise in your speech. Stand up straight. With your shoulders back. Don't avoid something frightening if it stands in your way, but don't do unnecessarily dangerous things. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Do not transform your wife into a maid. Do not hide unwanted things in the fog. Notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated. Read something written by someone great. Put a pat when you encounter one on the street. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Don't let bullies get away with it. Write a letter to the government. You see something that needs fixing. and propose a solution. Remember that what you do not yet know is more important than what you already know. Be grateful. In spite of your suffering.
All the young dudes carry the news. All the young dudes carry the news. I'll see you when you get there. If you ever get there, I'll see you when you get there. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
What? Hey, listen to this, Marcus Aurelius. I had good grandparents, a good mother and father, good sister, good teachers, good parents, relatives, friends, almost everything good, and I never lost control of myself with any of them. Although I had it in me to do that, and I might have easily, but thanks to the gods I was never put in that position. So I escaped that test. I was never put in that position, and so I escaped that test. And I wasn't longer raised by my granddad's girlfriend, and didn't lose my virginity too early, and didn't enter adulthood until it was time. I put it up that I had someone as a ruler and father who could keep me from arrogance, to live in a palace without bodyguards, without fancy statues or dresses and statues that such light show that you could live much like a regular person, not Remus in action, careless a ruler, carrying out official obligations. I had a kind of brother I did, one whose character challenged me to improve my own, one whose love and affection enriched my whole life, that my children weren't born. I was physically deformed, I wasn't more talented at rhetoric or poetry. Could it consume me if I had some progress? Might never have given them up. That I conferred on the people who brought me up, the honors that they seemed to want early on, instead of putting them off since they were so young, with the hope that I'd do it later. I know Aurelius, Rusticus, and Maximus, the heart was shown clearly enough what it would be like to live as nature requires. Thanks to the gods, they did all they could through their gifts that have their inspiration to ensure that I could live as nature demands. Thanks to the gods, they did all they could through their gifts that help their inspiration to ensure that I could live. And if I fail, it's no one's fault but mine, 'cause I didn't pay attention to what they told me, what they taught me, practically step by step, that my body has held out for so long through such a life, that I never laid a finger on Benedicta or Theodosius. Even later I was overcome by passion, I recovered, even though I often quarreled with Rustic. I never did nothing that I regretted later. No, my mother died young, she spent her last years with me, and if I ever wish to help someone in need, I was never told that I had nothing means, that I was never put in that position myself. If having to take something from somebody else, that I have the wife I do, obedient, loving, humble, that my children have competent teachers. And for the remedy shown me in dreams when I was coughing blood, when my head was spinning, when I had an implication to philosophy, I didn't fall into the hands of any sophists, and that I didn't waste my time on rises of histories, or on the resolution of syllogisms, or occupy myself about the investigation of appearances in the heavens. For all these things require the help of the gods and fortune. Thanks to the gods, they did all they could through the gifts that help. Inspiration to ensure that I could live as nature demands. Thanks to the gods, they did all they could through the gifts that help. Inspiration to ensure that I could live nature demands. Thanks to the gods, thanks to the gods, they did all they could through the gifts that have inspiration to ensure that I could live as nature demands. What up, though? MEANINGWAVE, Autonomous Zone, make some noise for yourself. Shouts out to everybody locked in. You cutie. Aye.
Consciousness has other notions
of how things ought to be.
What virtue is,
and so on. And so on. And so on.
One of the problems that man has to face is reconciling himself to the foundation of his own existence. And
this is the first function of mythology. And this is the first function of mythology. That reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology. Not
criticizing it. Shakespeare, in his definition of art in Hamlet, where he says,
art holds the mirror up to nature, is a perfect definition, I would say, of the first function of mythology. Hold the mirror up to yourself, your consciousness becomes aware of its support. What it is supporting it. You may be shocked by what you see. You may be greatly pleased.
but one way or another, you become aware of yourself. Your consciousness becomes aware of that darkness, that being which came into being out of darkness and which is its own support. And
this is the first function of mythology. This is the first function of mythology. A reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. And this is the first function of mythology.
And the realization of their mystery as something that consciousness is not going to be able to criticize, not even going to be able to elucidate, not even going to be able to name. It is something beyond naming, beyond all definition. That's the first point. And when that is lost, one loses this sense of which Goethe calls the best thing in man, the sense of gratitude for one's privilege of having this center of consciousness aware of these things.
And this is the first function of mythology. This is the first function of mythology. The reconciliation of consciousness with the mystery of being. This is the first function of mythology.
Oh! MAC makes good! It's Joseph Campbell up in the MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone with one of my favorite songs. I remember when we wrote this together, it was beautiful. It felt as if the whole world disappeared, you know, and it was just me and Joseph and God. Yo, YouTube, smash that like. We're nearly on 100 likes on YouTube. You gotta do the 100. If you ain't got 100 likes on your meaning stream, I mean, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? Hey, yo, major league shout outs to the Logan Mars. He says, shouts out to my smoking hot pregger's wife. Yo! Shouts out to Logan Mars, smoking hot pregger's wife by Joe.
You want to make sure that you...
Yeah, you do. What's up, Live with Teens? What up, KMA77? What up, Sway? What up, Food Killer? What up, Jules?
You want to make sure that you always inject novelty. It's what triggers memory. Because your brain will get bored of the sameness, so you need to trigger memory and attention with contrast. Is a way to get people to move from where they are to where you want them to be. You just say, well, it's much less expensive than this. So contrast is one of the most important buttons. Use contrast often. Hey, you don't want to be this bad. You could be over here. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. The more you repeat, the more the wiring gets solidified. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. And if you keep things simple, the brain can process it and deal with it. And if you keep things simple, the brain can process it and deal with it. If it's complicated, your brain has a tendency to just flush it out. Can't deal with it, flush it out. The fake because is a form of pseudo-logic. Sometimes you need to get people moving with a fake reason that doesn't even actually pass logical standards, but people don't need logical reasons. Just look at politics. People have incredibly different opinions, and many of them are smart. So if you've got smart people on opposite sides of basically every issue, you can see that they don't need real reasons. We're not a species that operates on real reasons. We just, we'll take a fake reason, we'll take one we made up, we'll take a guess.
Yeah, man, like Sagittarius.
Or friends.
A pixelated hippo chomps on a one-up.
Real reasons freeze you. Because if you're locked in a little world at a lower level of awareness where you say, well, I'm not going to convince somebody unless I have a real reason. Sorry, that's not the reality any of us live in. Real reasons are good if you have them, use them. But we don't need them. Real reasons are good if you have them, use them. But we don't need them. Real reasons are good if you have them, use them. But we don't need them. Once you know you don't need them and that reality can be authored, you're in better shape. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. The more you repeat, the more the wiring gets solidified. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines.
Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines. The more you repeat, the more the wiring gets solidified. Repetition and simplicity. Our brains are just simple machines.
New age people are creative, but they can't think critically. But they can't think critically.
What?
But I can think critically. I can think critically. New age people are creative, but they can't think critically. But they can't think critically. But I can think critically.
Yes. I think very deeply.
So this is a creative, theoretical enterprise conjoined with the capacity to tell the difference between bad ideas and good ideas. And hopefully what I'm going to talk to you about are the greatest ideas that humanity has ever produced.
Akira.
There are also ideas that we don't understand well and whose highest level of formal development we risk forgetting because we're criticizing things that we invented as a species, but that we cannot understand rationally. And we're predisposed to believe that ideas that we can't understand rationally have to be wrong. And sometimes that's true, but sometimes we're just not smart enough to understand them. So, New age people are creative, but they can't think critically. But they can't think critically. But I can think critically. I can think critically. New age people are creative, but they can't think critically. But they can't think critically. But I can think critically.
Yes. I think very deeply.
New age people are creative, but they can't think critically. They can't think critically. But I can think critically. New age people are creative, but they can't think critically. But they can't think critically. But they can't think critically.
I think very deeply.
Think critically.
Hey, what's up, my guy?
But they can't think critically.
I think very deeply. Yes.
Think critically.
Oh man, that was special. I love that video. It was a really intense week a couple weeks ago, a month. A couple weeks ago, I was just making music videos like every day, right? I really like that one. That one came out real nice. But anyway, what's out of a song? God bless you, each and every one of you. Thank you for being here tonight. What a wonderful night it has been. What a wonderful night it has been. I came in here, I was like, shit was all fucked up. Excuse my English. You know, I wasn't even sure if we'd make it through 5 minutes without the power shutting down. You know, I mean, aside from the fact that the power shut down for hours earlier, aside from the fact that like 70% of Texas has no power, the power's also just been switching off. And then on again, off, then on again. You know, it was really, frankly, unlikely that we would have this stream, and yet we did. You know, and I'm so glad we did. You know, I'm so glad we did. Thank you all for being here. Big shout out to everyone abroad, everyone, you know, in all the various rooms in this beautiful mansion. Shouts out to everyone on ThinkSpot, you know. Shouts out to everyone on TWITCH, aka Twitch. Shouts out to that Twitch gang, came through with that epic five-star raid thing. What am I talking about? Hype train, level 5. That's what I'm talking about, you know. You know, shouts out to all my YouTube gang, the OG YouTube gang, you know. Shouts out to everybody, baby. It's been a beautiful, beautiful night. We're very blessed to be able to do this, you know. And things like, you know, these storms, and all these storms, so many storms, you know, societal storms, emotional storms, storms of finance, every kind of storm you can imagine, we seem to be having them, right? And right now we've got, all over the world, we've got these ice storms, you know. Ice storms. And, you know, someone wrote to me today and they said, you know, hope you're doing okay in this dark winter. And I was like, it's not a dark winter. Don't you give me that dark winter. Bright winter, baby. Yeah, it's winter. Winter's got to come. There's no getting away from it. Winter's going to come. But it ain't going to be dark. You know what I mean? You know, there's nothing brighter than the snow, you know? And there's nothing that glistens and dances in the light more than that ice, baby. That ice baby. You know, it's like diamonds dancing out there. It's beautiful, baby. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's winter. But it's beautiful, baby. If you just look in the right direction, or, you know, the right time of day. You know, if it's nighttime, then maybe it is dark. You know, that's the sign for vampires, you know? Maybe you a vampire, then what's up? Shouts out to you, baby. Get after it, but... You know, I'll be seeing beauty everywhere, baby, and I'm glad to be alive, you know, and I'm particularly glad to be alive right now with you! So thank you to everyone who's been here tonight. Thank you to everyone who supports the wave. Without you, we could not do this. It is impossible. Could not do it. Big shouts out to everyone who sent us super chats on YouTube. Thank you, Andrew Pullman. Thank you, Prince Jabrikas. Thank you, Cedric Taz. You know, thank you to everyone who was smashing it over on Twitch. Purple Team Ninja. Festy Cree, DJ No One, Newton Canoodle. You know, KMA77. You know, the whole crew, baby. All of you. We've got a beautiful, epic week ahead of us. Some wonderful things going on. Bricker Johnson says cranberry vampires. You already know. Yo, shouts out to my guy Riff Raff. Riff Raff challenged 6ix9ine to a boxing match today. And you know, I hope 6ix9ine accepts, you know, because 6ix9ine got some jiggly titties, you know, and he needs to chisel them out. You know, he's young. You know, he ain't got to let his body go to rotten ruin so early. It's not too late for him to dial it in, you know. So I hope he does accept Riff Raff's offer just so that he gets himself in shape, you know. So he should be in shape. You know, a lot of people don't like that little motherfucker. And God bless. Shouts out to PewDiePie. He just dropped a banger, you know. Absolute banger. Holy cow, I was shocked. I'd play that on one of the shows this week, you know. Whoa! Whoa! RB Dugan says Akira Abreville when? Yo, you can see my Instagram. I'm dialing back. I got a bit undialed over Christmas, you know. That's why I'm wearing so many clothes and doing these streams. I'll be jumping up and down and getting dialed back in, you know. Yeah, that's my big keep fit tip, right? Stream twice a day and wear too many clothes so you sweat like a motherfucker. And keep your kettlebell on deck. Whoa! All right, we got time for one more, I think, and I'm gonna dedicate this to you. You! You hear me? You!
I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men, with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Hey, yo, Aldous Massey, what's up, baby? I said this one's for you. Whoa!
Look what's happening in the Amazon, the lungs of our planet, this precious home of biodiversity. The old-growth rainforest being cut down and replaced with soybean farms so we can feed cattle so that we can all eat hamburgers. Only a truly insane global state of consciousness could allow such an abomination to occur. I did a back-of-an-envelope calculation during the Iraq War. It seems to me that 6 months' expenditure on the Iraq War would have solved the problem of the Amazon forever, sufficient to compensate the peoples of the Amazon so that no single tree ever needed to be cut down again to garden and look after that amazing resource. We can't make that decision as a global community. We can spend countless billions on warfare, on hatred, on fear, on suspicion, on division, but we can't get together the collective effort to save the lungs of our planet. The message of ayahuasca is about the sacred, magical, enchanted, infinitely precious nature of life on Earth. 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 The message of ayahuasca, the universal message, is about the sacred, magical, enchanted, infinitely precious nature of life on Earth. 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 Whoa! And this is perhaps why shamans from the Amazon are now mounting a kind of reverse missionary activity. When I've asked shamans about the sickness of the West, they say it's quite simple. You guys have severed your connection with spirit. Unless you reconnect with spirit and do so soon, you're going to bring the whole house of cards down around your heads and ours. And rightly or wrongly, they believe that ayahuasca is the remedy for that sickness. And many now are being called to the Amazon to drink ayahuasca. And ayahuasca shamans are traveling throughout the West, offering the brew, often under the radar, often at personal risk, to bring about consciousness change. And it's true that the message of ayahuasca is about the sacred, magical, enchanted, infinitely precious nature of life on Earth. 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 The message of ayahuasca, the universal message, is about the sacred, magical, enchanted, infinitely precious nature of life on Earth. 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 Aye! MAC!
That's Akira the Dunn and Graham Hancock from the album The War on Consciousness. Coming in a week and a bit. Whoa! This track will be on all streaming platforms on Friday. Aye! Aye! YouTube hero Alex, do me a favor, we need to know what we're doing tomorrow morning. What's the vibes tomorrow morning on Twitch, where we shall be from 7 a.m. CT. Oh, it's spinning, look at that wheel go. It's going. Aye! MEANINGWAVE! MEANINGWAVE! That's the vibes tomorrow morning, it's MEANINGWAVE, yes! MEANINGWAVE, 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 MEANINGWAVE! Oh! That's rare. A rare morning of MEANINGWAVE, especially because of that beautiful wheel. Hey, thank you, wheel. Chris says it's a sign from above. It is. It's a wheel. It's above. And it says, play more MEANINGWAVE. We want more MEANINGWAVE. Why? Why? It exists! That's why MEANINGWAVE exists, by Jove. That's right, live with teens. That's right, Prince for Jabrikas. That's right. Purple Team Ninja, KMA77, RB Dugan, all of you. Whoa! Andrew Pullman says songs like this make me think that super chats to Akira are an investment into humanity's future. I mean, that's literally the case. That is literally the case. Without your support, I cannot do this. Without your support, Mama Don cannot do what she do. Without your support, Hercules eats snow. And that's no good for no one. Without your support, this is impossible. And the greater the support, the more we can do, the more we can make, the more we can improve, the better quality product we can make. So, shouts out to everyone. Shouts out to everyone who's a part of this. Very excited about the next album. You are going to. Oh my goodness! Like just you. Oh, it's so difficult because I'm always like a couple albums ahead, and it's like this album right here that this song is on is incredible. From start to finish, it is just incredible. And then the one that's coming next month is Yo, I can't wait to get late. Well, I can. I don't like the term I can't wait. What can we replace that with? I can wait. I can wait. I'm in the moment. I'm enjoying being in the moment. But I'm excited. And I'm going to enjoy being at the end of this year and looking back on all we did this year. Because this year is going to be an incredible year. An incredible year for all of us. An incredible year for MEANINGWAVE. An incredible year for the human species. And I'm very much going to enjoy it when we're all together at the end of this year, because we will all be together at the end of this year. Looking back on you know, what we did, how far we came. Yo! Purple Team Ninja says, that works. You're excited for what we will get to experience. I am. I feel very glad and privileged and happy, you know? Come on! So make some noise for yourself. Without you, nothing. Without you, none of this. It would just be that weird tree falling in the woods and not doing anything. So once again, thank you for everyone who supported tonight. Thanks to everyone who supports the Wave. If you want to support the Wave, go to meaningwave.com. There you can buy epic garments like the many epic garments I'm wearing right now. Look at that for a pair of pants. We also got a donate section, which has got a Cash App and a Venmo, and a Bitcoin, and a PO box as well, in case you want to send us, I don't know.
And the interdependence of material and spiritual realm. Then it's impossible to work without for long, without being deeply and profoundly affected by this message.
Thank you, MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone. God bless. Go forth, be mighty. We'll see you tomorrow. 3, 2, 1. By 5, show San Zisk. By 5, liberate the forks. By 5, Kilm Vala Senor. By 5, Jules Vaughn. By 5, each and every one of you. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, hey, I just remembered, you're going raiding, right? Who you going raid, Twitch? Hey, if you want to go raiding, go Twitch. You're going to go raiding. Oh, I forgot about that. Hey! Yeah, Twitch, where you going? I hope it's somewhere cool. And if you want to go raiding over on Twitch, quick, jump over there. Twitch.tv/Akira the Don. You too can join in with the epic raid activities that you know, are enjoyed by the good people of Twitch every day. God bless! Give my love to DJ Mikey D. Later.